Sunday afternoon. Like I say, I'll start soon while this is start to get ready. Please come to comfortably seated, lying down on your back, whatever you need. With this practice, we'll need, if you can, a blanket, if you don't have it, a strap, 2 blocks or at least 1 brick, and I'm using a cushion to sit on to raise my hips when I'm seated. So my hips are higher than my knees. Thank you so much for whoever is joining me now. Please make sure you're comfortably welcome to the practice. Of course, water always good as well to have once you need a little bit of water to drink. Okay, so now we're officially starting. I hope you had a good week and the weather is better now. It's brighter, it's longer days, it feels good, it's not as cold as last Sunday. We were sub-zero, 1, 2, and today feels like a spring. It's amazing to feel that. So let's get you into your space. So please be either seated upright position or lie on your back. So there's a very chilled practice where we're going to be very grounded. So my camera is low, we're not even going to be even standing. So we're not even do one downward facing dog today. So we're going to be into this restorative, deep, nourishing practice where we hold the postures a little bit longer than usual, and we kind of connect into the breath and how we feel. And after that, we be going into some Nidra kind of practice. The Nidra is the sleep yoga, where we'll prepare you, hopefully, not essentially to sleep straight away, but to prepare you maybe to have a better and a good night's sleep after the practice. So let's start you with your breathing. And the breath is through the nose. Inhale, exhale through the nostril. But become aware of where and how the breath coming through the nostril and leaving the nostril. So the cool air through the nose, warm air through the nose on the inhale and exhale is one way. Or another one where we feel the movement through our body of that breath. So the stages of the breath. And of course, another way is like when we maybe count the inhale and exhale. Or kind of like, the movement of your body, for example, like your rise and fall of the abdomen, the expansion through the ribs, and of course, the ups and downs of your front chest. Whatever you're feeling the breath right now, let's just feel it and be present with it. Without any judgment and without so much analyzing. Where is my breath? Why am I not breathing enough today? Where is my thought going? Are you able to sit comfortably if you're seated or lying down, but be present? Not in your mind. We have so much to do in normal life. Whatever we do, we're always doing stuff. So when it comes to these practices, we are offering ourselves this soma, this nectar, this amrita, the juice, the essence, to allow us and to go back into the self and kind of like rejuvenate from the inside, to balance our energy. But without the questioning why. Just being present, that's all. Being with ourselves. So feeling the flow of your own breath, and you allow your awareness to rest in that flow. So remind yourself and make it maybe your mantra. I'm resting my awareness in the flow of my breath. I'm resting my awareness in the flow of my breath. It could be as simple as that. or it could be just breathing in, breathing out. And there's too many words coming in, maybe we get distracted. But maybe just like a simple word, or not even one word, just visualize and focus on that breath. And there's always an intention. There's always, why do we show up for this practice? And often the why could lead to so many answers, of course. But can we have this intention as like one word, then you can sum it up in one word that resonate deep within you. And resonate deep is only for you and you only. So we all have different intentions while we show up. Whether you want to escape, whether you want to have some me time, whether you have something else, whether you want to dedicate your practice to someone or something. This is an intentions. And I often, an example from my personal intentions, I always bring one word that represents. Could be grounding. Could be an intention for this particular practice. Could be an intentions for something else. For example, this year, my intention for the beginning of the year was rise with strength. Because the last year has still been going, it's just so much happening, and we have fear. And fear, it doesn't make you a coward, of course, but I felt like, I need to rise from that. I need to rise above that fear. And this come up to me, rise with strength. So I'm sharing it with you. Once before I had serve, love, and inspire, and different things. So, because a lot of time I've been asking this question, what is it? A sankalpa. What is it? An intention. And that's the intention. And please note as well, it is not an expectation. It's not about expectation, I want to do a downward facing dog, I want to do a sun salutation. No, I want to feel that dog. I want to feel that sun salutation. I want to feel this practice in me, within me, and how it's serving me. And of course, because if I serve myself, I am able and capable of serving other people around me. And keep connected to the breath, keep connected to your own sankalpa, to your own intention. And very slowly, we're gonna start to move the body. Very, very slowly. I'm gonna take you straight into some movement, because we have a nice long relaxation at the end. So very slowly, when you're ready to open your eyes, or maybe bring your knees in, especially if you're lying down, roll the knees into your heart or side to side, and gently come to comfortable seated. Then we're gonna go onto all four. So of course, for health and safety, for any safety reason, please you have enough space for your mat. And like I say, the props, if you have them, closer to you. So when you're on your mat, we start with this few movement of the cat and cow. And also, I'm using like short, long sleeves. You don't have to be a short sleeve, as long as you're comfortably wearing your clothes kind of like loosen up, so it makes it easier to move the body. So spread the fingers, tuck the toes. Inhale from here. On the exhale, you push the hand into the earth, the chin to the chest, your back towards the sky. Then the inhale, for the extension of your spine, lift the heart center, drop the belly lightly, but engage your abdomen lightly. And your exhale, so you start to flow with the breath and the movement. Keeping the breath through the nose and out of the nose. Inhale, lift the heart center, engage lightly the abdomen. Exhale, around your back, push the feet, the toes, the hands into the mat. 5 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping it soft. Inhale. And exhale. So there's 3 more after this exhalation. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale all the way. Good. Back to tabletop. The right hand a little bit forward, not too much, in the center of your mat. Inhale, left arm reach up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needles. Left hand under your right armpit. Once your shoulders on the ground, head on the ground. Then the right arm extended out to the front of your mat, away from your head. If your left shoulder is not on the ground, take a blanket. Tops of your feet move towards the earth. Keep extending the right arm. Keep pushing the left shoulder down, the left palms towards the sky. You don't have to gaze up, you gaze towards your left hand, absolutely okay. There's a twist already happening, and I'm using the right hand to push my hip back lightly. Another inhale here. Slide, and on the exhale, you slide your right hand and place it on top of the left palms. So palms to palms, and with your right elbow up, breathing and engage lightly, bring the left elbow on the mat and your heel of your hand towards your heart center. So careful on your, of course, your shoulders here. Keep that twist, press the palms into each other, inhale one more time. On the exhale, right hand down to the floor, lift off the ground, bring the left hand in the center. So this one I'm not holding you for long because I'm just concerned with the shoulders. The next few asana we hold them. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, take the right hand all the way underneath, shoulders on the ground. Stay where you are. I'm just turning direction so you can hear me. With the right shoulder on the ground, head on the ground, extend the left arm all the way over, tops of your feet on the mat. Keeping the breath rhythmic. Another breath in. Softly, the left hand, palms on top of the right hand, and gently push on the right forearm, careful on your shoulders, the heel of your hand towards your chest, left elbow towards the sky, and keeping the soft gaze to turn towards the left side of your mat. Lower the left hand down, push to the earth, come to extended child pose with your knees apart, extend the arms, set your hips all the way back and drop the head down. So we're going to do a little bit of flow, gentle flow, not too much, just to move the body a little bit, and then we're going to come to this beautiful extended child pose with using the props. So from the child pose, we're extended, push your palms, come all the way into half planks, and then push back to extended child pose. And then come forward. We're not even doing a plank, we're just moving slightly through your hips to release, and then sit back. And again, so on the inhale, you're moving out to the front, and exhale, push back. Only two more. Inhale. And exhale. We got one more. Inhale. And exhale it back. So this is where you might need, if you have the cushion for extended child pose, I'm taking the cushion in front of me and allow the head to rest one cheek on that cushion, hold the bolsters, sit all the way to your heel. If you're not on your heel, take a blanket and place it between your sit bone and your heel. Sometimes I hold the cushion this way and rest my right cheek onto the cushion. And this is where we're going to hold it for about a minute. Notice, with these tools, I'm pushing actually my buttocks more into the heel. It feels so good to rest there. And the knees apart as you're releasing your hips slightly. However, if you need to go wider, please do. And ideally, if you have like the bolsters, you can have the bolsters running from the belly into the front tops of your body, like the chest, and that helps a lot. But cushion is okay like that. So 30 seconds. Inhale and exhale into the extended child pose. With these poses, we allow ourselves to sink deep. That's why the probe's helping us to go deep. Inhale. Always, always through the nose and through the nose, out of the nose. Take another maybe 5 breaths in this pose. Notice each breath in and breath out, how deep you're going into this cushion. Or maybe there was a heel. And softly, we start to move out of this, very softly. Bring your hand a little bit more closer, push into your palms to come up. Now take the blankets, push it aside, and gently come with both feet over to the right. And we're going to side body on your left side. Taking the cushion over, and I'm going to use the blanket for me. So like a side oblique a little bit, and you press your left side onto the cushion, my both feet over to the right, my left forearm on the ground, and then drop the head on the shoulders, reach the right arm up and over, and let it rest anywhere. Just breathe. Now take a moment to rest your left side of your body into this cushion. Please make sure you got nice kind of cushion, like, use 2 or 3 if you're at home. It doesn't matter how many you use. And I refer to the bolster. I don't have one. The bolster is like the length of my blanket basically. So it gets a little bit like that long, and it's like rounded, sometimes oval shaped. It's give you that enough room to support. But I'm taking my head into my kind of biceps, shoulder to allow it to rest. There will be some kind of like resistance on your left side to sink towards the cushion. I really wanted to say, I'm here, I am grounded, I'm connected, I'm letting go. Together, about 30 seconds from here. That right side start to open. Please don't resist on your left side. And allow that right arm to extend and move it slightly to move the shoulders. And then come to a place of course, stillness. Now, at some point, you start to feel the ribs, the chest moving towards this cushion. And I'm taking my hand somewhat to show you the form, just in case you're not sure when you feel it and how you feel it. As long as it doesn't hurt anywhere, it's absolutely okay. No right or wrong, as long as it hurts. Now, we're going to start to come out very slowly. Press your hand down to lift the head and the side body. Then bring your forearm maybe, and gently come up. Move the cushion and the blanket or anything onto the side first. Then both feet turn over to the left side. Start. You see, because I don't have the bolsters. If you have the bolsters, you bring it closer to your right hip. But I'm going to go halfway between, a little bit between my hips and that, so enough room for my right side to lean into it very slowly, pushing your forearm first to get settled in. Once you settle in, drop the head, and then you can take the left arm up and over. So sometimes we're resisting with the shoulders here. Allow it to drop. Then you soften all this part to let go. Now, because on your side, you might feel some restrictions to the breath, and that's what's causing you to maybe breathe shallow. If we are surrendering and relaxing, we're not going to change this breath. The breath is going to maintain the same. And the breath is going to tell my body to relax. You see how we get stuck into this form often? Like you know, the tension, and it becomes like heavy breath, it's causing heavy breath. And anywhere that we not feel right, it's causing heavy breath because we're not comfortable. And because we're not comfortable, because the breath is like heavy, and so on. So we create that vicious circles that we're stuck in. And the more and more the breath is soft and relaxed, the body will follow, and of course the mind will follow to say, yes, I'm in total bliss. 30 seconds from now. Inhale and exhale. Feel each breath. So we need about 5 breaths now. Depends on your breathing. A breath can last up to 15 seconds. That's the inhalation though, and the exhalation 15 seconds. So you're looking about like 1 minute, you can do 2 breaths, and sometimes longer. You know, that's up to you and how you feel. When you start to learn the pranayama, press your left hand, and then the right hand gently to come back up. Notice that side is gonna feel. Take the blanket and the things over the front, and then come up to seated with your feet like this. Knees towards you, and give yourself gentle hug. A little bit roll side to side. A little bit roll side to side. Good. And then we're going to bring both legs straight, but not all the way. Just a teeny bit bent actually. And you can use the blanket as well and the bolsters if you feel, and then you fold over your thigh and your knee. So this is where you may use the blanket, or even the bolster. And at some point, of course, with the legs straight with the bolsters and the blanket, forward bend with some support. You can take your feet a little bit more wider, not too much. We're going to go to wide-legged soon, and you can rest onto them. So wherever you are, so I'm going to take my knee bend. This is going to be only about another 10 seconds. And I'm tilting one side to rest my cheek, and no, I don't want to drop my head down, otherwise you won't be able to hear me properly. Good breath out. Then gentle come back to center. Okay, this is why you might need a blanket under your hips if you're going wide-legged. So we're going to go with the wide-legged form. But we're going to use the blocks and the blanket and maybe the belt at some point. So the first one, we're going to be upright position as much as you can. Inner thigh draw inward, shoulders relax. So we're going to do a little bit float up with it, the downward, the child pose and so on. Your hands in the front like that, and the full flow is to side to release those hips and your side body. Please remember, you can always bend your knees as well. Inhale, exhale, very gentle side to side. Good. Now, this is where we're going to use those. That is the pillow and the blanket by my right side, and it's gently want to fold over. Exactly where you have your feet over the other side, but this time you're both legs straight, and then you're folding towards the right leg. Hitting one cheek or not. Only bolsters, the props. So what happened? Your left side want to open towards the sky. So I'm going to draw the left side more and more down to create that twist. And you can have your bolsters on your side, but I don't want you to lock your knee. Sometimes we have heavy items on the thigh, and that's forcing the knee to drop into the earth so much the back of the knee and becomes unhealthy. So we want to be as much as we can comfortable and okay, and no pain. Definitely no pain. Good. Take another breath in. Take a breath out. And then slowly and gently come back up. I'm going to go back to it, but with a strap this time. So again, keep them aside. Now carefully bend your left knee. Now I'm going to use a strap, and I'm going to use a blanket under my left knee. Because I want this to be comfortably relaxed, so I can turn towards the right leg. And as I turn towards the right leg, using the strap, maybe in half or in fold, wrap the strap around the right foot, holding the strap with both hands, and just lightly holding it, by the way. Often I ask you to pull and push. I want you just to feel it, and you allow your body. Now this is where we start to turn more. My left shoulder ribs start to go more towards the earth, so I can go deeper and deeper and deeper towards the right knee. So that's gonna stretch that part of my back, because a lot of times we we hold tension in here, and it's gonna help me to squeeze on my right side and then push away from the femur bone at the same time as I fall. Now, of course, with time and practice, you don't need the blanket, but if this in here starts to pinch, the moment I took the blanket off, I felt it, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to keep the blanket there. It's helping me actually to move my upper torso to be grounded and closer to the earth, my whole upper torso, only my right, not only my right side. Just a few more breaths, you're doing good. Inhale here, exhale. Then simply, if you have the doubts, just let go of it. Press your hand very, because that's going to feel. Come back up, come back up, come back up. And then turn towards the center. And lightly move the blanket. Straighten your left leg. We're going to go on the inside of the left leg. Turn lightly towards the left leg. Then you slowly fold it. So this is like a preparation for the second pose. Yeah? Don't worry how much that lifting up. Slowly we start to bring it in. And then sometimes, of course, your right hip come up. It's okay if it's come up, but if you can, keep it down. So that means you might be, like I say, on top here. Like that. Because that will teach us how, when we come to another sort of yoga practices, we ground and we start to reach more using the energy and the form of like the strengthening and lengthening, the form of the push and pull, and to activate all these other muscles and energy. But for this one, I really want you to let go. Totally let go. And always letting go is through the breath first. And your body will follow. Good. When I come back to it, very slowly press your hand. Lift up the upper body. Take the blanket and keep it safe, or the cushion. Bend your right knee. Get as high as you can into the sole of your foot, into the thigh. And for me, this side, definitely I need support, because I can tell my knee already high. Wrap it, have a belt around your left foot. So first I'm going to lengthen, then I fold. As I fold, my whole front rib, my whole side, the front side body moving towards the left leg, while the right foot bent this way. Please, however, if knee issue, knee and hips on your right side, it's going to prevent you from going forward, and we end up here. If it's the case, and you think you don't have to touch your foot, I worked a lot, especially on that knee, to be up here. And if that thigh is still okay, it's okay. See, look, don't even have to catch the foot. I start to train my body and my mind to follow the breath so I can turn. So I'm getting the alignment right. I'm getting my mindset change. I'm getting the breath to move me to where I need to go. Not my ego. You know, I'm not using the muscles now. I'm actually releasing the muscles and releasing that strength. Because this part of the lower back is one of the strongest parts. When we don't use it enough, it gets tight. What we do is we push and compress into the lumbar spine, and that can hurt in the long run, especially if it's not used, like I said, wisely. When we sit, these back muscles are relaxed more and your hips are relaxed more. See, with this one, I'll show you. I get the bolsters first or the cushion now. I can feel my right side of my body open up, and then I can go a little bit more deeper. It doesn't affect my knee. I don't even need to have a strap. I can hold on to the strap, but actually I'm going a lot deeper because that starts to open and start to release. And what I do every now and then, I move a little bit the blanket away because that's open from here. It gives me the length to turn to fold all the way. 5 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Press your hand down. Either side of your left leg. Come back up. Carefully pick up that right leg. Then straighten. Now we're going to go into the center. So you can have the height. And then you gently soften the ribs. And you can use the forearm on the blocks. Or you can gently stay here. Head down. If you have the bolsters goes a little bit more out, and then you can rest one cheek or forehead into this. So because I'm having the bolster, I'm using cushion and the blanket under my ribs. I'm going to show you how I use the blocks here. That will help me just to give me some height, so I'm not kind of like forcing it, and I'm allowing it to go softly and gently. So now we're tapping into the two part where we stretched it earlier, but right a little bit more closer to the lumbar spine, the multifidus muscle. And of course, you will feel it in your groin and your hip flexor and the adductors as well. A lot of times notice your forward bend often can create some back tension because we force it too much because the hamstring is super tight and we're forcing the back to fold. And it's not healthy. Definitely not healthy. But because the hamstring are tight, hips are tight, it's going to do that naturally to us. Again, just about 5 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Beautifully. Come back up very slowly. Okay, so this is what is a zebra back bend form. We're going to be lying down, but I want to show you how you utilize your blocks to help you. So we'll do a little bit of a heart opener. So you're going to have 2 bricks. If you don't have a bricks, remember the bolsters. One like this and one like this. So this is where, and you're going to turn your back towards the blocks. Now this part, the upper thoracic, not the lumbar spine. So you move away from your blocks and you place your feet on the mat first because the blocks are going to come onto your upper thoracic. So I'm leaning gently on the blocks and my head comes onto the other blocks. Then when you're ready, your feet, legs goes out. Shoulders relax, palms facing upward, breathe towards the back of the heart. So it has to be in the upper thigh. Now sometimes if you have the bolster, you can use the bolsters from the sit bone all the way towards the neck. Then the head tilt at the end of the bolster. Now, if you have the blocks and it's your first time, please remember the mid-thoracic spine. Don't hold it for long. So I'm going to try to keep it for a minute and a bit. Not long as well, but it can be longer. It can be very long for some. What I meant now, if you feel you want to come out, now come out. If you feel you can stay longer, please stay longer. And at some point I'll show you what happened. This block under your head come off, and your head, the top of your head comes all the way on the mat into like a form of fish pose or headstand. Let's open up the throat, the upper thoracic, the back of the heart, soften the ribs, buttocks on the ground. A lot of times, the moment you lift your butt, please don't, your back is going to take over. We want to make sure the sit bone is rooted, and notice how my toes turn out, shoulders relax. Now the next few breaths, we start to make some movement to come out. So I'm going to use my forearm on the mat, turn the navel, draw the chin to the chest, then feet on the ground. Push your forearm into the ground, squeeze the shoulder, lift the chest slightly, then when you press your palms, and nice and lightly, you come up to seat, because that can be quite deep. Okay, I'm going to take the blocks aside. We're going to come to Supta Pada Konasana. Now we're going to use them on this side. You can use the blanket under your head. Now, when you bring the sole of your feet together, I'm not going to do the strap with this one. I'm going to put the blocks under my thigh, not the knee, sole of your feet together, and then gently lie on your back. And I'm using the blanket under my neck to draw the chin to the chest. But this might lift your back off the ground. And if this is the case, take the blanket away or put the blanket on your lower back. You can rest your palms by your side like that, or you can rest like this, rest your hand onto the hips. And even nicer, but this is deep opening to the heart as well, take the back of the hand on the mat with the palms facing upward, the thumbs and the index finger connected, the elbows slightly bent, push your lower back, but push your back of the leg, the thigh, into the blocks. And the sole of your feet feels energy, but not push tightly. Breathing in. This is going to open the heart center, but not all of us like the hand this way. Please choose. There's a 3 option. Hands by your side. Hands under your hip. Hands over your head. Choose which one okay for you. Now we've done maybe a minute. And sometimes a minute can take long time. Feel every breath in and feel every breath out, and keep this positive affirmation coming in. I am grounded, I am connected, I am healthy. All this positive affirmation. I am love, I am, anything, whatever you want to be, but keep it in the present as well. The present moment, present tense. Not in the past. And not in a way that I should feel grounded. No, because this is not here, it's not right now. We need to be in this moment. Good, we got another maybe 5 to 6 breaths from here. You start to release your hand by your side and gently lift one foot slightly, not too much, and to release the blocks and the blocks. Make sure they're aside. Then right foot on the ground, a little bit towards the right edge of your mat, left foot on the ground towards the left edge of your mat. The windshield wiper twist. This is a great twist for the groin, for the side body, and move side to side first. Right and left, left and right. Nice and slowly. And then gently when you move next to the right, all the way to the right side. Now, if it feels you need to bring that blocks under your right thigh, please do. If it's okay, stay where you are. And if the right knee comes all the way to the floor, it doesn't matter where your left knee is, always take the left hand lightly on the floating ribs to say, hello, I feel nicely stretched here. Then release your left hand back. You allow the weight of your left knee to drop into the right side, but you keep the shoulders, not how my shoulders grounded. And I'm still having the blanket on my neck, because that feels good for my neck. You breathe into the left side of your body. This is like you're exposing that side much towards the sky, and you create as much as you can breath and lengthen through the ribs. Yeah, so we don't get enough expansion normally. This is a great opening, and you breathe towards the back of your body, the kidneys. Inhale and exhale. Take a few breaths in here. Now slowly we're going to move over to the left. So I'm going to place my both feet on the ground first, ground my back, and when you go to the left, move to the left. Remember the blocks can go on your left thigh, or if the left knee all the way on the mat, lower your right, and then gently the right knee is still there, but I'm taking the right hand to reassure my right side it's okay, because there's a nice arch through your hips, ribs, under the armpit, but keep the right shoulder grounded. So I'm taking the right arm out and maybe the left arm out if you have enough room. Allow the weight through your right knee to drop in, but at the same time keep this lengthen, not up to the sky. The moment you take the ribs up, I can feel the compression in my back. I want to draw down and expand at the same time. So you're still rooted, you're still grounded, and then a deeper expansion. Breathing in, breathing out. Get another few breaths here. And slowly and gently, both feet on the ground. I'm going to stay grounded with your feet. Bring your knees in and push slightly the hands into the knee and rock now side to side. Come back to stillness. Keep your knees apart. Push them towards your body, or bring them towards your body lightly. Push your lower back to the earth. So it's the only time I'm asking you to push and pull, just to release the back. Beautifully inhale. And then on the exhale, release your legs straight out. So I'm going to be seated. I would like you to be in your Shavasana, corpse pose. So this is where the part of the Nidra. Really relax and connect. Have some layers. So I'm going to wrap myself with my shawl. And if you don't need a blanket, socks, anything, turn the light down if you wish, or even off all the way. And when you lie on your back, I want it to be as comfortable as you can. So use the props you have, like I'm using your blanket under your knees, for example, roll it. If you have the bolsters, you can use the bolsters under your knees. And maybe a pillow over your eyes. Or, so you're okay with your eyes closed, the light off, is great. Maybe a blanket or a little pillow under your neck, so you draw the chin into the chest. So you need to be very, very comfortable in that place. And the Nidra normally, sometimes some Nidras last an hour. Because of the class time, they're only allowing about 15 minutes for a Nidra, which is really a good time actually as well. Remember the Nidra, the name of it comes from yoga sleep. The Nidra is all about connecting you into the self, the awareness, the intention, not necessarily to make you sleep. You might fall asleep, it's absolutely okay to do that. But the intention of it is to prepare you for a good night's sleep. Prepare you to relax your muscles, relax the tension, and be present. because I will take you through some vision, I will take you through some meditations, of course, I will take you through some places that I want you to focus in your body. So kind of like a body scan. There's so many ways of taking a Nidra, and this by far the one of my favorite one to do, because when we are focusing on part of our body, we are present in that part. And we are sending healing energy all the time to our body. Allow everything to soften and to relax. But today, in the practice, I'm going to take you to a randomly part of your body. So not in order. So we might jump a few places here and there. And that's a great technique. It's used to keep us kind of like here and present as well. So kind of like falling awake, not falling asleep. But you are in that place in between the two, between the conscious and unconscious mind. Please remember the breath always in and out through the nose. And if it ever get lost and wandered off and dozed off, it's okay. Just come back to the moment and pick up whatever you left off. Just have to pay some attention into the point between the brow. The top of your head. The highest point of the crown. To the collarbone, the center of your chest, the belly button, the right knee cap, the right big toe, the right second toe, the right middle toe, the right fourth, and the right fifth toe. The space between each toe, the top of your right foot, and the sole of your right foot. The back of your right knee. The right buttocks. The right armpit. Your right ear. The top of your head. The point between the brow. The tip of your nose. The throat. The belly button. Your left knee. Your left big toe. Your left little toe. Your left middle toe. Your left second toe. And your left fourth toe. The space between each of your left foot, between the toes. The sole of your left foot. The heel of your left foot. The tops of your left foot. The back of your knee. The left cheek. the left armpit, the center of your chest, the right side of your chest, the left side of your chest, the back of the heart center, the coccyx, the lumbar region spine, so that bottom part, just around where you put your belt. And feel every vertebrae by vertebrae, the space between each vertebrae, into the upper thoracic, into the cervical spine towards the back of the neck, into your left ear, the tip of your nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the point between the brow. Your right eye, your left eye, the tip of the nose, the collarbone, the throat, the left shoulder, the left elbow, the left wrist, the palms of your left hand, the back of your left hand, each and every finger, your fingernails on your left hand, and the tip of each finger. The groin, the perineum, the anus, the right hip joint, the left hip joint, the left side of your body, the left top shoulder, between the shoulder blade, the right top shoulder, the right elbow, right wrist, the back of the right hand, the right palm, thumb, the right little finger, the right middle finger, the right index finger, the right ring finger, the tip of each finger, the space between each finger. The crease of the right elbow, the back of the right shoulder, the right armpit, into the sternum, the rib cage, the heart center, the belly button. The throat, the lip, upper and lower lip, the teeth, the tongue, upper mouth, the lower part of the mouth, the back of the throat, to the back of the neck, top of the head, the crown. Visualize a white light that comes through the top of your head, moving through you, in you, within you, releasing the tension as it moves in your body, sweeping away and releasing it from the pores of your skin, from the fingertip, from the toes. Inhale vitality, exhale tension. You are grounded, you are rooted, you are connected. Repeat those affirmations to yourself inwardly. Using the I am grounded, I am rooted, I am connected. And maybe add one that resonates deep within you at this moment. What feelings, what sensation arise without a judgment, without analyzing, by simply being present. Feeling connected fully